Hello and welcome to today's intention. There's been a bit of a hiatus here. We've had some extenuating circumstances. I wasn't able to record these for you this last week, so I'm sorry. But hopefully we're back on track right now. So hopefully you've continued on in my absence with some of the other old recordings if you need them, and maybe you tried to do it on your own. Good for you. In any case, we'll try to create some reality right now together. So if you could find a place for 30 minutes or so to sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be really great. I'm just getting messages on my screen. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths, as always. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. You can do without them for the next 30 minutes. And for the next breath, I want you to fill up as full as you can. Start with your lower belly, then your upper abdomen, then maybe have your lower rib cage expand out towards the back. Really fill up. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, I'd like you to use your visualization tools to help. We're going to breathe light directly into our hearts and then exhale light directly from our hearts. Good. Now we're going to put our focus on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness to your feet right now. And simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these most wonderfully loyal servants that just want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to ask. If you can, feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. Then we move into the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees. We feel everything relax. And every body part or area that we touch upon, I want you to allow to revert back to its original blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation, just a wonderful efficiency and vitality. Then we move into our upper legs, our buttocks, our hips, our pelvic area, and we feel everything loosen. Into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. Then we move up to the skin of our scalp. This is a place where tension can hide. So I want you to release anything that you're finding there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. Then we move down into the jaw and we allow it to unhinge, open up and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into this pool of perfect relaxation. And then we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a virtual seat on the couch right now and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements to help us with this, to help us slow them down, let them go. Let's start with the element of fire. Excuse me, a beautiful tool for dealing with this, as it burns up that which no longer serves us, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn of the ashes. And we can see the element of fire in the sun. So maybe we can envision ourselves being fully emblazed with sunlight, feeling the radiant heat on our skin, that warmth, just allowing it to purify. And then we'll move to the element of water, also a beautiful tool to help us deal with our thoughts, as it naturally retains memory in each drop. So let's envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river. We can feel the pull of the current against us. And we just watch and observe as all those negative patterns and habits, all the traumas we're holding inside our bodies from the past, simply let go and float downstream. Really feel that release and just observe. And then we'll call in the element of air. So we're feeling the breeze or the wind against our skin, maybe raising a few goosebumps. And we allow the air with its powerful gift of pulling away all of the stories we tell ourselves, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth. Then finally, we'll call upon the earth with her magnetic properties to pull towards her and stick to her any heaviness or burdens that we're still carrying. We trust in her ability to transform them into the higher vibrational energies, maybe something akin to a seed sprouting to new life. Now, our thoughts always have a way of kidnapping us, for lack of a better word, and taking us away on these wild rides. So anytime you find yourself on one of these tangents, you recognize that I want you to just gently bring yourself back to what you're doing right now, back to your breath, back to the present moment. And sometimes it's just a matter of continuously bringing yourself back. And then eventually we'll find that our thoughts have much less power to rip us away and drag us away on these wild journeys. Help us stay longer in the present generous moment where all things are possible. Okay, now let's move from the head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So if you could feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And experience the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps there's a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP, backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So I want you to go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit. And these brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine, inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of shift in perception right now, away from our physicalities that we're used to experience our energy bodies or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing as a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience that right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with that light flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of this at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this, and there's no need to change your beliefs. One of the things that you might experience when you first join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point, on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, bringing slightly different flavors to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a place of unimaginable power. You have at your fingertips here the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and a wondrous capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of here. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing, and then we're going to anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So right now, I'd like you to go ahead and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having, in all its glorious details. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like it if you could fill in the blanks, color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start first with health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body's balanced, your mental body's full of clarity, and your energetic body's filled and complete. We can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we might need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And any time we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to open yourself right now to any universal healing that can come through. Just experience this healing, this vitality. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I would like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending the frequency out. Now let's talk about abundance. There's plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. Maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each have an innate need and desire to contribute. So when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. Now see yourself going to bed at the end of your day, being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. And we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see this all as already happened. Envision this all as already happened. It is done. So say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But for today, let's celebrate this wonderful life together in song, in music, in dancing, in art, in laughter, in playing. I'm seeing us all at this huge outdoor music concert festival. Everybody's simply rejoicing, feeling all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's simply magnificent. Let's intend one more thing while we're here together today. Let's intend that everybody's awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something wondrous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the lower, heavier energies just don't make any sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. So all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere above to transform into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. Sensing all the connections clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their glowing faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or maybe you're out for a walk in the mountain forest, enjoying the serenity, having a laugh with your buddies, or perhaps you're in your kitchen or at work, creating something new and marvelous. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I'd like you to stop in your shoes right now and just look at all the beauty that surrounds you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty, and just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. And now I'd like to create connection with some gratitude just before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wonderful life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and love and healing and energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now I want you to take your entire beautiful reality that you've created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball. Make it crackle with life. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that big energy ball. And we're going to exhale and release and share it with the world. Here we go. Build up that energy ball. And then send it out. Exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing and energy. Good job. I can just feel all those concentric rings of energy encircling the globe, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, and blanketing our planet in this frequency of peace and love and prosperity. Amen. Now I'd like you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper at this point. Maybe shift your limbs around a little too. Really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes. And just notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being at any point with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up at a moment's notice, anytime, all the time. Eventually, we won't have to put any effort into it anymore. We'll just retraining ourselves back to our natural state of walking and talking this frequency of energy, this light, this love, creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes, actually. So thank you for joining me in these intentions. Whether it's live or recorded, it all works, it's all good. And if you've been doing these intentions for a while, then you got a good grasp of the reality you want to create, the whole entire world with all its details. And I invite you to try starting to do this single conscious breath of intention as well throughout your day. Anytime you get a few seconds, when you're brushing your teeth, you're cooking supper, you're standing in line, and just notice, play with it. Notice over the next couple of weeks as you integrate this practice, what kind of synchronicities start showing up for you? What kind of shifts start occurring in your life? Feel free to place comments on the webpage. To share anything, sharing is always good. Everybody always benefits from people sharing, so I strongly encourage and recommend that. There's no reason to feel shy. It's a closed webpage. Only members can see it, so. Let me know if you're enjoying this practice, if it's helping in any way. I'd appreciate knowing all of that. So I'll leave you with that. It looks like we've got to start to a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you again for tomorrow's intention.